Hey, what is going on, you guys? So today I kind of got a different look of a video for you guys, and that's because we're kind of going over Breakpoint's state and like why honestly the game is not getting the review it probably wanted out of the gate, when it first came out. Plus, players constantly have more bad things to say than good, unfortunately. Look at me hop over that thing right there, the wheel or whatever. That's just one of the problems I see in the game, that just a lot of things that need to be changed, sadly. And today we're going to go over, why Breakpoint is failing. And I hope you guys enjoy. But to get into it, to start off, we're just going to go at, what I think would be the main thing people have ran into in every spectrum of playing this game, and that is bugs. But mostly I'm going to be talking about like PvP things, because that's the player I am. I am a PvP player. I do not play story mode. So I can't really give too much information on my story mode experience or the PvE side, even though I have played it a lot. But I play PvP quadruple the time that I've played story mode. So the bugs are just a big problem in this damn game. They're just, and it's the fact that the bugs stay too. I want to put that out there. The bugs stay in the game consistently. So they get rid of a DMR glitch, or even the glitch where your teammates show up 50 feet away from, 50 feet, no. They show up 16 kilometers away from you, when in reality they're right next to you, and you have to do something to get like out of that weird glitch. And it's just things like that that are just not good for the game. That they're a reason why the game is dying, and it doesn't go away. It stays. It goes away but comes back. The DMR glitch has had, I don't know how many generations, but we'll get into that. Actually, we don't even need. I was gonna say we'll get into that later, but you might as well get into it now. The DMR glitch is what it is. People abuse the hater rounds for the sharpshooter, which I love the sharpshooter. I love those rounds with the sharpshooter when you use them how they are supposed to, because they make snipers so deadly, which they should be. You should be afraid of a sniper when you see that the sharpshooter is on a different team. You're afraid of them because they could be DMR glitching, but it's just ruins the game when they do that. It's just the fact that they can't actually hit their shots, so they need to just be a little a-hole about it, and it just sucks. But the DMR glitch, bugs like that, they need to go away and actually stay away, instead of people just figuring out a new way to do the glitch, or that you say that this glitch is gone or the bug is gone where your teammates spawn super far away, yet it's still here. These bugs need to go away, and they need to stay away. Another bug that I hate is just I don't know if it's a bug or what, but the amount of times you disconnect in this game, there's something wrong with Air1 or just anything in general. The game disconnects you more than any game. Black Ops 2, that's the only game I can compare it to, because it's freaking, I play at night on my Xbox 360, backup for the Xbox One. That shit disconnects me from zombie games all the time. But that's what is that, a 10-year-old game? Probably more. Like, that's Black Ops 2. On an Xbox backwards compatible game, yet I'm disconnecting more in a game that is made in 2019. It's just like the amount of bugs and problems in this game, it feels like it's not getting the attention and love it needs, and it's just really disappointing. Another bug I can think of, or whatever you would call it, is the sprinting, and like when you sprint and you can't shoot or aim your gun. If you guys have experienced it, that's all I really need to say, because it's hard to explain. You just you try and aim and sprint, and like it doesn't work, and then I'll stop sprinting, and then it'll randomly shoot my weapon. It's like so weird. But anyways, the last bug I wanted to also talk about was how if you're like playing PvP and you're just grinding it, you're switching a class or a loadout in that same class. I hate when you lose a perk. I hate when I have all three of my perks, chosen. Just absolutely love the perks I have, and then I switch to a different class, or a different preset in that same class, and then I end up losing my burst forth or my quick hands, and then I try and either pick up someone and realize it's taking me 30 seconds to pick up a guy instead of 5 seconds, or I try and switch on, or I try and put that perk back on because I realize it's off and I don't have enough time in between matches. It's just like, geez, it's just, there's too many problems. It's crazy. It's crazy how I can think a game is so long. It takes so long to get into a game, and it takes so long to queue into a match. Yet I also think it's too quick in between the specific matches to like change guns or whatever you want to do. It's crazy. It's crazy. It's a paradox with this game. It's insane. But that's enough for bugs. Let's continue on with unfortunately the problems with this game. I would say the second and biggest problem with this game is the lack of content. And this is in every aspect of the game, whether it's PvP or PvE. There's just not enough content. And this is especially for PvP because I have played it for I don't know how many hours, and I haven't gotten that many new maps. We all haven't. There hasn't been too many new guns. I mean, I'm happy with the new guns. That's not a big problem. But there's not that many maps. We only have 2 game modes. Like, why don't we have at least the bare minimum from the last game, Wildlands? Why isn't there a hostage mode? Why isn't there like a CQC mode where the map's super small but super dense with buildings or something? That'd be pretty damn awesome. Mercenary modes was in Wildlands. There could be a battle royale for this game if it was in a better state, but unfortunately it's not, which sucks. Because I actually really liked Mercenaries mode. The concept, it was cool. It would work great for this game, but at the same time, I don't want it until the game has worked out its flaws, which it should have been. It should have, been. We should have been at that point where they've gotten the kinks out, and it just sucks because I really do love this game. I've played so many hours of it. There's no way I don't like the game. I hope, at the bottom line, I love the game. I hope my opinion doesn't make it seem that way. Obviously, there's a lot of problems with the game, and I have a lot of frustrations. But that's because I love the game so much, and I know this game could be potentially one of the bigger PvP games out there, and could have a comp scene, and just could totally change it up from what is like usually out there. This PvP is unlike any other PvP, especially a third-person PvP that I've played personally, and it's just there's no game that has its like foundation nailed down to how the game looks and everything. Yet they just make so many mistakes, and it really sucks. It really sucks that I'm thinking I hope this next game's better instead of saying this game's gonna be absolutely bomb. It sucks. But hopefully they can get these kinks out because we only have 2 modes. We have so many little maps. It's not enough content. And it ruins the game experience, and it doesn't allow you to enjoy this game for a while. You get bored. It gets repetitive. So that is another thing that really does suck. The next thing I would talk about is like the amount of debris on the maps. Like Stony Creek is a perfect example of how much shit is there to walk over. There's rocks, there's fence ledges, there's little rock cliffs and like porch ledges that all of those stop you from being able to fully heal. And that is the biggest pet peeve and like thing I hate about this game. The fact that I can't keep holding my syringe in my arm when it's already in, when I like fall down a tiny ledge, or like I run over a I run over a rock that I didn't mean to run over, or this little pebble I didn't even see, and it like gives me the falling animation, so it doesn't allow me to reload when I want or put my syringe in when I want. That is just terrible and creates a clunky game, and it's just not needed. I like it when there's shit around the environment, but too much becomes a problem. The next problem that I personally don't see too much of a problem with, but is overall definitely the general consensus for this game, is that the movement system is not good. And personally, I think that the movement system is better than in Wildlands, but it has its flaws. And I think that's because they buffed the initial movement speed, stamina, all that stuff to begin with, when in reality it was pretty sluggish trying to change directions and do all this stuff in the closed beta. I don't know if you guys played it, but I remember it being super sluggish. I remember my initial thoughts being like, damn, this feels realistic. You're not just like you can't run in circles like you do in this game right now. So I think that's the problem. The fact that your player can run in circles, and it just needs to be sluggish, and there needs to be some kind of aiming. There needs to be an aiming disadvantage to that. You need to have more recoil when first coming out of sprint, or when less accuracy when running, or whatever it may be, or just coming out of a run, because this game is just too quick in that aspect where it ruins the tactical realness because people just chicken dance. It could have just kept being sluggish how it was in the closed beta, or they could bring it back to that, or just change it overall. Just a little bit. But I don't think it needs too much of a tweaking. It just needs to be a little more sluggish and a little less just Super Saiyan quick as hell. Another problem I see in this game is the Digisight. The Digisight, that's the thing that they did not fix. They didn't see was a problem, and they unfortunately need to fix the bugs that they have. They need to fix the problems that they have instead of putting a band-aid on it and thinking it's away when it's really not, unfortunately. The Digiscope is like an aimbot, and it's like hit and miss, but it's still pretty effective. People use it to win, and it's a cheap way to win, and it just needs to actually go away. The bugs need to go away once again. Alright guys, I know I've been going on for a little bit now, but to wrap this up, I would just say, another thing is the stuff that they add, and that they do in a lot of the games that they run, is the stuff in it just doesn't go with the game. The Desert Eagle looks terrible with the pink, the eagle. It just looks terrible. It doesn't fit with the Ghost Recon game. Like, don't make Ghost Recon Rocket League, or I saw like Valhalla have a unicorn ship. It's like some things aren't needed. Those are, you can like that stuff in your own head or at your house, but for games you kind of have to know the audience, and just certain things are bad. We'd rather have a ghillie suit and just actual like boots on the ground military stuff, rather than this, just ridiculous, cool looking stuff, but cool looking and just being like neon looking pistol is just dumb, So I think that they don't have a clear sight on what the game they're running is. They don't know specifically what the fans want, and that's become clear. They can't even deny that. They don't know what the fans want, but they don't have a clear sight on what the game is or what they want it to be. Because Ghost Recon to me is just badass, freaking military realism to an extent, and I mean by working with a squad and feeling like you need to stay alive or else you're fucked. Not like Call of Duty, I'm gonna respawn and be fine, run and gun, and it's a different kind of game. It's Ghost Recon. I know there's stuff that makes it like futuristic, like with Sam Fisher, Future Soldier, all the cool gadgets. That's Ghost Recon too, but it's got to be realistic as well. And it's just, they need to have a clear sight on the game, unfortunately, and I just don't think they really have that right now. The Breakpoint PvP is amazing in my opinion. It's just that there are these problems with the game that don't allow it to be that freaking crazy game everyone wants to play right now, and it sucks. I love the game, but I hope only for the best for it. It's just there's so many problems, and that's just off the top of my head for PvP mostly, which sucks. But let me know what you guys think about the game. Do you love it? Do you not like it? What are the problems you think they could tweak, or is it savable? Do you think that? But I hope you guys enjoyed. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't subscribed and you enjoy the videos. 75% of you aren't subscribed. That's okay. I love you guys still. But hit that subscribe button if you want. Other than that, guys, you have a good one. I'm out. Hope you enjoyed the video, and I will see you guys next time.